Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to delete my last video, and I ran out of storage, and it just cut off on me. But luckily, I noticed it like right away. But yeah, so he offered a page offer of love to this queen, but I think when he came in and got that great intense one night stand or whatever, then he got scared again and ran back to a woman. Queen of Swords. So now here he is stuck between these two women, or him offering this false cup of love to the Queen of Cups. He might have turned her into the Queen of Swords, and he knows that now, and so he's afraid to come back in, and now he really is in love. He's ready now. He's gone from undercover gay to I'm bisexual, like willingly, openly being able to admit it. But because he sees the change in this queen, he still loves her. He's still impressed by her. He still respects her. But now he's afraid of her. Before he wasn't, because all he ever saw was the loving, caring, kind side that he actually thought was naive and kind of stupid. But now he sees the intense, intelligent, he sees the dark side of this queen. Like the side that will cut him if he fucks up. And that might have been his purpose in this queen's life, because she might be walking away. Because she's tired of guys telling her one thing and doing another. And like I said, well, feminine energy, because clearly I was talking about two guys. And again, center of the reading, Two of Pentacles. So somebody is still juggling. And I think it's because they're way better than they were. But I think at the end of the day, if they were to walk down the street together holding hands, and one of his homies from high school was to see them doing it, he'd be mortified. He wouldn't be able to handle it. And so he's got to get beyond that before they can actually really have anything successful as far as a relationship goes. But he is trying. I mean, here he goes from the Page of Cups to the King of Swords, and to match the energy of the Queen. So that is a divine counterpart. They're both intellectual people. They definitely they're not only turned on by each other's bodies and their the sexual physical attraction, but they're probably turned on by each other's brains and their intellectual attraction to each other. The Hierophant. Yeah. This could definitely be a God-ordained divine counterpart. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Because we got King and Queen of Swords, and we got the Hierophant. And we have the Chariot. So that's Cancer energy. The Hierophant's Taurus. And then we've got a lot of water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then we have the air signs with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Oh, ouch. Oh, gosh. Oh. Whew. That's a lot. So we'll just stick it back in here. But what I want to say is, if you are the masculine, the guy who wants to come back in and offer another, go around with this person, don't say anything you don't mean. Like, if you don't fucking mean it, don't say it. Because this is your last chance. I mean, you've already went 2 go-rounds, and they've already walked away from you once. Or, no, you walked away from them, or you ran away from them. This time, if you don't come right, they'll walk away from you. This is your last chance to get this right. So, do not say anything you don't mean. These popped out together, so I think it's worth noting that the angels are with you, masculine. Be true and authentic to yourself, and that will turn this queen on more than anything. But if you go trying to be something more than, because you 444 on the clock, but if you try to make yourself look like something you're not, it may turn her on at first, but the minute you can't live up to what you told her, she's going to be like, I knew he was on some bullshit. I fucking knew he was on some bullshit. And then she'll be in the Eight of Cups. You are coming out of your anxiety, though. This definitely has caused you a lot of anxiety, and it's scaring the shit out of you. And the other person probably thinks you're not even interested because it's taking you so long to even talk to him. And hell, there might have been so much time go by that the other person probably thought you didn't even remember who they were. Oh yeah, man, it's been forever. You still thinking about me? What? No way. But whoever they are, oh gosh. We definitely have Cancer all the way. Cancer masculine, who probably is doing a little bit better in his finances also than he was the last time that you saw him. Yeah. Definitely wants your ass bad. Now, is it still a strong, just chemistry, physical attraction? I don't think so. I do think you guys enjoy each other's intellect, but he might only be able to handle the physical part of it, and it being done in secret. It's something you're really going to have to ask him, really be confident with it, feminine, because this guy's no stranger to lying, and he will say what he thinks he needs to say in order to get what he wants. So you got to make sure that your intuition is telling you that he is telling the truth when he gives you answers to your question. Because that's the problem. He's your wish fulfillment just as much as you are his. Except you've been openly gay your whole life. Or at least for a long enough time to where you're completely comfortable with it and you have no qualms with anybody knowing about it. You don't even bat an eye at it. To you, it's normal. It's that's my husband. That's my, that's my man. And you don't care who knows or who you tell. Something's happened in this relationship in the past that made the feminine feel like an option. And that's another reason why, masculine, you're on your last leg. Because either A, you cheated, or B, you ran straight from her to somebody, or straight from him to somebody else. And it just made your divine feminine feel like they didn't mean the fucking thing to you. And they're afraid you're going to do it again whenever you get bored or whenever somebody would happen to find out about the two of you and you had to go defend your masculinity. And this feminine's really scared of that. So you need to be aware of that if you're watching masculine. Why is the Two of Pentacles the center of the reading? I'm pretty sure I would know already, but I'm going to go ahead and clarify it. Clearly he's juggling whether or not he can actually be in a relationship with a man. Because, he does love you, feminine. So he doesn't want to hurt you. He knows he's already hurt you. But he is really trying to weigh the pros and cons of, can he really handle walking down the street with you, holding your hand, and not caring who sees you? Is he really at that place yet? Because he doesn't want to really come into you until he is at that place, because he knows that's what you deserve. He might just be a whore or have a sex addiction. Because I think he's with somebody right now. Oh, fuck yeah. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, he's it's the same fucking pattern. He's with whoever he left you for the last time. And now he's thinking, should I leave and run back to the Queen of Cups? So if he does come back, best believe he's not completely single. There's that dog again. But he does see victory with you. And he is... he's stuck here. He sees victory with you. He wants to do it. He wants to jump off that cliff. But then it's his whole world will get turned upside down. His wheel of fortune will get turned upside down if he does it. And that could possibly be because of family or whatnot threatening him. If you go be with a man, if you go marry a man, then you're cut off from the family fortune, the family business, whatever. And maybe that's his only, or maybe it's a very lucrative income and he doesn't want to give that up. because he wants you guys to have that kind of a lifestyle. Yeah, so it's putting him in this like hangman position, and people are talking shit about him, or talking shit to him about you, or about just the relationship in general. But he is shedding his burdens, and he's saying he don't give a fuck. He's like, it don't matter. Like, I love this person, and I don't care what you think. Only God can judge me, and I'll deal with that when I get to the Great White Throne on Judgment Day. So this King of Swords could be a Capricorn. We could have a Capricorn Cancer couple. We also have Sagittarius here. We also have Gemini and Leo. Oh, and Taurus. Because the Hierophant was here too. I'm surprised the Empress hasn't come out. I got 3 queens out here now, and I'm pretty sure all 3 queens are talking about the same person. So it's like she went from love to bitterness to lust. She went from being all lovey, like, I love the world, to fuck you, bitch, to get on top, daddy, and ride me to Pound Town. Yeah, you definitely, masculine, you definitely, you get her going. You stimulate her in every way, shape, or form. Any way a man could stimulate a woman or a feminine, you do it. You definitely do it for her. But it's 2 5s, so change is on the horizon. But the way I'm looking at this, you're both afraid of this. I mean, you both are. You're both internally fighting yourselves, because she's afraid, or he's afraid, or the feminine is afraid that the masculine will leave because he can't handle what other people think and what the outside world thinks. The masculine's afraid the feminine's going to leave because he can't live up to her standards. And I think if you guys both would like kind of come out of that, operating out of that place of fear, and like move more into your heart center, which is why it's so important, masculine, for you to open up your heart chakra, because you will fail if you don't open it up. You've got to really let it, you got to be cracked open. So I don't know really how to tell you how to do that, because it's different for everybody, you know. But you got to let go of your fear of love, that's for sure. And your fear of what other people think about you, and really come to a place of self-acceptance, and like just look at the mirror, you know what I mean? Like, look at your shadow, look at your dark side, and really come to terms with, have the strength to come to terms of self-acceptance, to where you can love yourself, and then that way you will be able to love her and not leave her out in the cold. Wow, this is sad, because there's real love here, but you're both so wounded from previous experiences that I don't know if you guys will be able to really overcome that, because there's work needed to be done on both parts. But the thing is, like, you guys, when you separated the last time, when you ran masculine, the feminine did some work. The feminine definitely did some work, but she doesn't know if you did the work. And I definitely think you definitely did, because you went from being undercover gay to like openly saying I'm bisexual. Trust the universe, trust God, and trust the process. You guys were brought together for a reason. You guys were definitely meant to help heal each other, and teach each other some lessons, if nothing else. You know what I mean? Like courage and bravery. Have the courage to acknowledge and accept your true, authentic self. And then have the courage and the bravery to accept your partner. And that goes for both of you. Divine timing. Yeah. Just trust the process and take it slow. Listen to each other deeply. Truly have compassion and love for each other. And let it naturally fall into place. And I guarantee you it'll probably be the most beautiful thing either one of you have ever experienced. And keep your thoughts positive. Because if you keep your thoughts negative, you'll manifest negativity. So you got to think positive thoughts. I love her, she loves me. We're going to get married. We're going to have 2 to 5 children. Like, we're going to live in a beach house, like with 10 bathrooms and 15 bedrooms. We're going to travel the world together, because I think that card did come out. Surrender. Yeah, you got to surrender your fear. Surrender the past. Surrender heartbreak. You got to learn how to love like there's no such thing as a broken heart. Because the person you're with now is not the person that broke your heart. And you cannot hold them accountable for the person that did. Do the work. Do the work. If you just do the inner work, meditate and pray and look at yourself and see your dark side and come to terms with it, I think you guys are going to have, a very beautiful, beautiful connection. Because it's definitely there physically for both of you. And it's there, emotionally too. It's just, a couple quirks here and there on both sides. Composure. Take a step back. And friendship and union. So, feminine, I think the masculine is about to come in and, like, surprise the hell out of you. With it saying, hold your composure. Something's going to shock you. And it might cause some chaos. Be strong, guys, because your guys' sexual desire for each other is really strong. Number 24. You guys, the masculine could be coming on the 24th of this month. But if you really want love and a long-lasting connection, you cannot just jump into the bed together, because I think that's what you did the last time. And feminine, if you remember last time, once the masculine got some of that little good, he was right out back the door again, right back out the door. The fledgling, number 1. So if you want to be number 1 in each other's lives, you've got to really learn to appreciate each other on a deeper level than just sex. Invisible, 16. 47, individuality. So I definitely think the feminine feels invisible to this masculine. And the masculine might want to be invisible, without anyone else knowing. That, I think that's what it is. The masculine wants to keep this connection secret, and the feminine's like, you know what? I ain't got time for that. I'm nobody's secret. And because I think the feminine understands the coming out process, obviously, but I think he fully understands what the masculine is going through as far as like going through the process of coming out. But I definitely think, because the last time you guys were together, you didn't put that boundary on it. And not saying that it's not 1818. Not saying that you're wrong for wanting to have that boundary, because you might be like, wanting to protect the connection because of people trying to mess it up. But at the same time, you know how women think, and feminine men think the same way. If you want it secret, it's like you're ashamed of them, and you don't, and you could possibly have another connection that you're running back and forth in between. And since you have a history masculine, you can't really blame this feminine for that. So you guys are really going to have to, if it works for both of you, great. If one of you just can't accept it, then maybe you should try again later. Letting go. So 22, twin flame number. You know what? That might be where the hiccup is. You guys actually might not be real twin flames. You might be false twin flames, and you are karmic. But I didn't see that up until just now with the letting go. But it is a really beautiful connection. But maybe you guys were just brought into each other's lives to teach each other how to love, because the feminine needed to learn how to love herself, and the masculine needed to learn how to love someone else. And you guys did that for each other. So that might be, you might have served your purpose to each other already. Summon, 13. Well, you're definitely still, it's a success too. You're definitely both still manifesting each other. 39, success. And I think you guys are going to get, you're definitely going to see each other again. If it is just for closure. But it might not be. It just depends on if you guys have done the work and if you guys can come to an understanding of and agree that you guys can both agree to like get on the same page with what is okay for each one of you. And if you guys can come together and come up with a relationship and boundaries that work 100% wholeheartedly for both of you, then that's 43, by the way. Then I think you guys have a real good shot. But somebody's in denial. It's number 14. What is today? Your masculine might be here today. It might still, the denial might still be the masculine not wanting to face a shadow. And until he does that, you guys won't be able to make it, because until he can face his shadow and actually conquer his shadow, he'll keep running. Every time it gets too hard, every time, he has to face that shadow, he'll run away from you feminine instead of facing a shadow. And it's going to do nothing but break you every time. So, and you don't deserve that. And really what that becomes is that's karmic. That's why it could be a false twin flame. But because it's going to wind up breaking you down and do nothing but distract you and keep you off of your purpose. And you really ain't got time for that. So if he can't love himself, if he can't accept himself, then he's just going to have to go off and be single or be with some other bitch. Because you ain't got time for it. And you know that. And I think he knows you know that, and that's what scares him. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. And really like... Oh, and if you guys want a private reading, I do them. They start at $30, and my number is in the description box if you would like to call and schedule one of those. I take Cash App if you want to do the reading over the phone, or if you live in Muncie, Indiana, I can do it in person. So, well, anywhere in the surrounding areas, but I'm not going any further than like Indianapolis or Dayton, Ohio, or Fort Wayne to the north. So that's about as far as I would drive. But and then I'm going to charge like $20 for gas. So instead of 30, it'd be 50. But yeah, just if you'd like to get a private reading, just go ahead and call me. My number is in the description box. I love you guys. Have a great day. I will see you in the next video.